Welcome to the Woman 31 podcast. This is your host, Latoya, and it is episode 89. Let's walk with Jesus. You don't want to miss this. Welcome to the Woman 31 podcast. This is your host, Latoya. Thank you so much for joining us yet again. If you are new, welcome. We are here to equip you. We are here to point you to Christ. We are here to encourage you, challenge you to draw deeper in Him. Listen, I'm just so excited to dive in. Thank you guys for returning, those who have been sharing, those who have been supporting the ministry. I greatly appreciate it. It allows me the ability to create more content and to reach more people. Don't forget to subscribe. Like I said before, previous recordings or whatever, don't forget to subscribe because we have a mini devotional that goes alongside this teaching, just to kind of reinforce it. So without further ado, we're going to be talking about, as we walk through the daily life and just walk through women in the Bible, just to make the study a little bit more crisp, so you can actually understand context. We're trying to get in the context, right? Like, we're not just trying to read the Bible just to put a check mark on the box. We're actually trying to get in the context. And so I wanted to talk about the ministry of Jesus and to encourage you. That's the goal, to encourage you and for you to be reminded that you are valued by God. If you're a woman, if you're a man, if you're a child. But this is Women 31 Ministries, so majority of the people that listen are women. So you are valued by God. He values you. He loves you. And there is something that He's called you to do, whatever that is. And He trusts you to do it. Maybe not right now. Maybe He's just prepping you. But whatever it is, He loves you. That's for sure. He loves you right now. But when it comes to whatever ministry you're supposed to do, I don't know what that is. Only you know, and only God knows when your time is to do that. But anyway, as we go into the women in Jesus's ministry, let's just kind of first kick it off with the birth, his birth. Very significant. We see how He acknowledged women, how He talked to women, how He spoke up for women, how He ministered to women, and how He was supported by women. Women supported His ministry financially. So we see this as a backdrop as we go into the New Testament. So we go in Hellenistic, we see this is where you see a shift, because you see, like, you didn't talk to, and not only that, with the woman by the well we were talking about last week, not only was it a woman, but then it was a Samaritan woman. So that was like 2 strikes. You ain't supposed to be talking to the Samaritan because you're a Jew. And then she's a woman on top of that. Oh, no. So we see this backdrop of how things start. See how beautiful Christ is? See how when Jesus came on the scene, things shifted, things changed. He died for everyone. He paved the way for everyone. This is amazing, man. The world shifted. We're going to see it. So just to kind of give you some stuff, we know that Mary and Martha in Luke 10, 30, really 38 and 39. Let me get my little Bible app. Okay, hold on a minute. I think it's more 39. But I'm going to read both because this is important. Because remember, we talked about, like, women were separated. Women were most likely illiterate because they, weren't being taught how to read or anything like that. And so we see Luke 10, 38. It says, "Now, as they went on their way, Jesus entered a village, and a woman named Martha welcomed him into her house, and she had a sister called Mary, who sat at the Lord's feet and listened to his teachings. So this is very significant that you didn't do that. First of all, you ain't sitting at his feet and you're a woman, and you're definitely not being taught. That did not happen then. So now we see a shift. This is why Mary was a little in her feelings. Martha was in her little feelings because she was doing what you typically would do. But Martha was distracted with much serving, because this is what, remember we talked about how the women, they served the men first before they ate. So this was the backdrop. So she was like, hey, you're not supposed to be doing that. You're supposed to be helping me serve. But instead, we see Mary sitting at Jesus's feet and listening to his teachings. And he did not shun her away. So we're already seeing the shift. Women helped, like I said, fund his ministry. We see Anna proclaim Jesus as the Messiah. We see that in Luke. We see a woman touched the hem of his garment. She touched the hem of his. That is very significant. I hope you're understanding how big of a deal these things that I'm mentioning are in that world. See, when you understand the world in which you're reading in, instead of taking your view, to us, if we were just to read that, it's like, oh, okay, duh. Okay, cool. That's great. Like a woman, had an issue of blood. She touched the hem of his garment. Like that's profound. That's deep. You don't understand. Like she's not supposed to do that. That was forbidden. That was forbidden. It was forbidden to you do not sit at his feet. Like you go and you serve. What are you doing? When you understand the context, when you understand the climate and the environment in which these women were living in, it hit a little different when you study it. It should hit a little different. It should be so potent and so jaw-dropping that you are just in awe of who Christ is and his sovereignty. It should point you to Christ. It should draw you to a hunger and a thirst for righteousness. You should be on fire right now. I know I am. So let me just calm down. Okay, calm down. We see a woman washing his feet. These are just some of the things that we see when we are. So you see, hopefully, we looked at the Old Testament. We go to the Hellenistic, New Testament, Hellenistic worlds coming in play, which is just really the Romans are taking over, right? And then we see the shift, and then we see Jesus coming on the scene. And you see a shift in the environment. We see the climate change. This is so important because now, again, when you read the text, hopefully you can kind of have a little bit more appreciation of where you are and where you've come from. I don't know where you are in the world. Maybe you're still in a part of the world where there's a divide. You go over here, you're seen, you're not heard. And so maybe that can hit home for you. And once you understand Jesus and who he is and his sovereignty, you can rest in that. It may not be easy, especially if you're in a place where you're still separated and, you have to be in another part of the house or another part of the whatever, depending on what culture. I'm never going to discredit that because everyone is different. And I don't like to go in with a Western world view because the truth of the matter is that some cultures, there's still a separation. But one thing we can rest in? We can rest in Christ. We can rest in him. And he will bring us the peace that we need, the grace and the peace. Well, I'm not done. We got more. But I just want to give you a backdrop and an overview as you begin to dive deeper so that you have a little bit more clarity and understanding of the people in the text. Bless you.